Picture this. It's January 1st. The gyms are absolutely packed with people. Everyone is buying new running shoes, drinking green smoothies, and motivation is at an all-time high.
It feels great. But did you know that statistically, most people have already given up on their new goals by the second week of February?
It's sad but true. There is even a name for the day when most people give up. It's called Quitter's Day.
Welcome back to the English Conversation Podcast. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Sarah. Today, we are diving into the love-hate relationship we all have with New Year's resolutions.
We aren't just going to teach you how to set happy goals in English. That's the easy part.
Nope. We are going to give you the real vocabulary for the whole messy process. Making ambitious plans, struggling to keep them, talking honestly when you fail, and how to restart without feeling guilty.
Before we start planning our best year ever, if you enjoy these practical English lessons, please take 1 second to hit the like button and subscribe to support the channel. It really helps us out.
Okay, let's start with that fresh optimism of January 1st. Part 2, the classic goals and the grammar of intentions. Okay, Daniel, it's the start of the year. The slate is clean. What are we all promising to change?
Well, every year it seems like everyone makes the same 3 types of resolutions. We call these the Big 3.
Number 1 has to be health and fitness.
Oh, absolutely. This is the year everyone is going to lose weight, run a marathon, or start eating clean.
Number 2 is usually money.
Right. This is the year you are going to create a strict budget, pay off your credit cards, and finally start saving for a house.
And number 3 is generally self-improvement or skills.
Exactly. This is the year you finally learn to play the guitar, read 50 books, or, of course, finally master the English language.
Now, these are great goals, but Daniel, I notice a big mistake English learners make when they talk about them. They overuse one tiny grammar structure.
Let me guess, they use will for everything.
Yes, they say, this year I will join a gym. I will speak English better.
And grammatically, that is correct. But native speakers often use stronger structures when they're talking about a definite plan or a serious intention.
Using will can sometimes sound a bit distant, almost like a prediction about the future rather than a plan you control.
So let's give them 3 stronger alternatives for talking about resolutions. The first one is the most common for solid plans. I am going to.
It sounds much more certain. Compare them. I will join a gym versus I am going to join a gym this month.
The second one feels a bit more concrete. It shows you have thought about the steps. It is, I plan on doing something.
Notice the grammar there. After plan on, you need the verb with ing.
Right. So instead of I will save money, you say, I plan on saving 20% of my income this year. It sounds like a strategy, not just a wish.
And the third alternative is for when you have a clear target. It is, my aim is to, or my goal is to.
This is perfect for specific, measurable goals. For example, my aim is to read 1 book in English every single month.
So, you have your plan. You are using strong grammar. You are ready to, as we say, turn over a new leaf.
That's a great idiom. Imagine a book with dirty pages. You turn the page, and the new leaf, the new page, is totally blank and clean.
It means to start behaving in a better way. You have a clean slate.
But Sarah, we all know what happens next. It's easy to have a clean slate on January 1st. It's much harder on a cold, dark Tuesday in the middle of January when you were tired.
That's when the real work begins. In the next section, we're going to give you the essential phrasal verbs you need when you are struggling to keep your promises.
Okay, Sarah. We set our strong intentions using beautiful grammar. We had a clean slate on January 1st. We felt amazing.
But now let's fast forward a little bit. It's January 20th. It is dark outside. You are exhausted from work. The alarm goes off for that 6 a.m. run you promised to do.
And suddenly, that exciting motivation you felt a few weeks ago is completely gone. You just want to hit the snooze button, pull the covers over your head, and go back to sleep.
This is the reality check. This is where the New Year energy dies and actual discipline has to take over. The struggle is real.
When native speakers talk about this difficult phase, the part where you really want to quit but you keep going, we rely heavily on phrasal verbs.
The first essential one for this fight is to stick with something or to stick to something.
Think about glue or tape. If you stick a poster to the wall, it stays there. It resists gravity.
So when you stick to a resolution, you continue doing it even though it is difficult, painful, or boring. You don't let go of the plan.
For example, this new diet is incredibly hard, but I'm trying my best to stick with it for at least a month.
The next crucial phrasal verb relates to consistency over time. It is to keep up.
This means to maintain the same high level of activity or effort without stopping. Imagine you are juggling 3 balls in the air. You have to keep moving your hands just to keep the balls in the air. You have to keep it up.
Resolutions are hard because you usually have to do them every single day. A student might tell us, I started studying English for an hour every morning, but now I'm busier at work and it is getting very hard to keep it up.
And the third one is about integrity, actually finishing what you started. It is to follow through.
A resolution is just a promise you make to yourself. Following through is the action that matches the promise later on.
We often use this negatively to describe someone who gives up easily. Oh, he always makes big plans for the new year, but he rarely follows through by February.
So these phrasal verbs show that it is an active struggle. You are fighting against your own desire to be lazy. What is the best strategy to win that fight, Daniel?
You need outside help. You need a concept called accountability.
Accountability. That is a powerful noun in self-improvement. It means the state of being responsible to someone else for your actions.
Think about it. If you make a secret resolution in your head that you will not eat chocolate, and then you eat a chocolate bar alone in your kitchen at midnight, nobody knows. It's very easy to cheat.
Exactly. But if you look your best friend in the eye and say, I promise I will not eat chocolate this week, suddenly you have accountability. You don't want to have to tell them you failed.
We call that friend your accountability partner, someone you check in with who stops you from quitting when things get tough.
Okay, but let's be brutally honest here. Even with strong phrasal verbs and even with the best accountability partner in the world, sometimes you still eat the chocolate.
Sometimes life happens and you miss a whole week of the gym. Failure is almost inevitable.
In the next section, we're going to talk about how to handle that moment of failure without giving up completely and introduce my favorite idiom for when you break a good habit. Okay, Daniel, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the part nobody wants to admit on Instagram.
What's that?
Failure.
Ah, yes, the reality.
Because let's be honest, it is February, you had a bad week at work, you were stressed, and you missed 3 days of your new gym routine.
Or maybe you were doing so well with your clean eating resolution, but then you went to a birthday party, had 3 pieces of cake, and drank a little too much champagne.
It happens to absolutely everyone, but it feels terrible. You feel guilty, maybe a little ashamed. How do we talk about this in English?
We have a fantastic idiom for exactly this moment. It's perfect when you break a good habit or a streak of discipline. We say you fell off the wagon.
I love this idiom. I was doing so well, but then I fell off the wagon. Where does it come from, Daniel? It's a bit strange.
It is a bit strange. It actually comes from the old days of alcohol prohibition in America. They used to have these water trucks called water wagons that would spray water on dusty dirt roads.
Okay.
Water, if someone decided to stop drinking alcohol to become sober, they would jokingly say they were going to climb up and get on the water wagon to drink only water.
So being on the wagon meant you were being good and disciplined.
Exactly. So if you started drinking alcohol again, it meant you fell off the wagon.
Fascinating. And these days, we use it for absolutely any good habit, right? It's not just about alcohol anymore.
No, not at all. You hear it constantly for diet and exercise. For example, I quit sugar for 3 whole weeks, but then Halloween happened and I totally fell off the wagon.
Or even studying English, a student might tell me, I was using my vocabulary app every single day, but then I went on vacation, got lazy, and fell off the wagon completely.
Now, the problem isn't really falling off the wagon, Sarah. The problem is what happens after you fall off.
Yes, that feeling of total defeat. We often describe this as feeling like you are back to square one.
Like in a board game, you made progress, but then you hit a bad space and you have to go all the way back to the start.
You think, well, I ate cake yesterday, so the diet is ruined forever. I might as well eat pizza today, too. What's the point of trying?
This is a very dangerous mindset. It's all or nothing thinking.
We need to learn how to restart positively. And there is a great modern saying about this that I try to live by.
What is it?
Don't let perfect be the enemy of good.
Oh, that is deep. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Break that down.
It means just because you can't do something perfectly, it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it at all. A good effort is still way better than zero effort.
So, if your resolution is to run 5 kilometers a day, and today you're exhausted and only have time for a 1-kilometer walk, take the walk.
Yes, don't do nothing just because you can't do the perfect thing.
You know, Sarah, I think a lot of people fail because their resolutions are just too rigid. They set these massive goals, lose 20 kilos, read 100 books, and the pressure is just too much.
I completely agree. Not everyone is built for that kind of strict goal setting. It can feel like a punishment, not an improvement.
So, what if you hate the traditional New Year's resolution? What can you do instead that feels a bit gentler?
I have noticed a trend in the last few years that I really love. It's much softer. Instead of a specific goal, people choose a word of the year.
A word of the year. So, like a theme?
Exactly, a guiding theme. Instead of saying, I must go to the gym 5 days a week, your word for the year might be health.
Okay. So, how does that change things?
Well, if your word is health, it means that throughout the year, when you have to make a decision, you try to choose the healthier option. It's not a strict rule, it's a compass guiding you.
That feels a lot less stressful. What are some other popular words?
A big one I hear a lot is balance. This is great for people who work too hard. They don't have a specific goal to work less, but they try to cultivate more balance in their lives generally.
I like consistency. For someone who always starts projects and never finishes them, consistency is a great reminder just to show up, even if it's imperfectly.
Or perhaps bravery or adventure if you want to push yourself out of your comfort zone. It's a nice way to focus your intentions without the pressure of failing a specific number.
Now, another alternative, and this one is fantastic for people who get bored easily, is the monthly challenge.
Oh, I am a huge fan of these. The idea of committing to something for an entire year is terrifying. But 30 days? Anyone can do 30 days.
It seems much more manageable. What are some examples?
The most famous one is probably Dry January. This is where people challenge themselves not to drink any alcohol for the entire month of January to reset after the holidays.
Or a fitness one. Maybe you do a 30-day yoga challenge where you just promise to do 10 minutes of yoga every day for a month.
Exactly. And the psychological trick is that once the 30 days are over, you feel incredibly proud of yourself for finishing it. And often you have built a habit that you actually want to keep doing.
It's a clever way to trick your brain into sticking with something. Okay, we have covered the classics, the struggles, falling off the wagon, and some great alternatives.
Now, we really want to hear from you guys down in the comments section. It's time for our question of the day.
We are very curious about your approach. Are you team resolution? Do you love setting big, ambitious goals on January 1st? Or are you team no thanks? Do you prefer a gentler approach, like a word of the year? Or do you ignore the whole thing completely?
If you are making a resolution or choosing a word for this year, please share it with us in the comments below. Writing it down in public is a great way to create a little bit of that accountability we talked about.
We can be your accountability partners. And finally, just a quick reminder about what we asked at the very beginning of the video.
We absolutely love creating these deep dive vocabulary guides for you, but it takes a lot of time. The best way you can thank us is simple.
If you feel more ready to tackle the new year in English after watching this, please take 1 second to hit that like button right now and subscribe so you don't miss our next lesson.
Good luck with your goals this year, whatever they are. Remember, if you fall off the wagon, just dust yourself off and get back on.
Thanks for listening to the English Conversation Podcast. Happy New Year and see you next time.